Get up there. Atta boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. My name is Clay Newcomb, and I'm the publisher of Bear Hunting Magazine. This is my business partner, Ozarks Bluff Creek Jedi. This week, we're gonna show you how we installed this redneck blind for hunting bear. If you're baiting bear in the fall of 2018, and you seriously wanna try out some new product from Northwoods Bear Scent, then tell me why and where you're baiting bears. This is a 32-ounce bottle of Northwoods Blueberry Spray. Jed, have you ever wondered what it's like to be on the cusp of a movement? The bear hunters across this nation are rising up. People are starting to realize what a significant opportunity there is in bear hunting. Wildlife conservation efforts of the last 100 years have absolutely flowered and flourished. And in 2018, we're reaping the benefits. Bears are scattered all across North America, and we are getting to reap the fruit of 100 years of labor. Join the movement of bear hunters across this great nation and continent, and subscribe to Bear Hunting Magazine. We're in Lamar, Missouri. Just picked up this redneck blind here at the headquarters of Redneck. Really great customer service, great guys, super helpful. These blinds are super nice. Mainly what I'm interested in is these blinds are super scent free. They'll contain your scent almost 100%. So that's what we need for bears in Arkansas. A lot of people are starting to catch on to bear hunting and how fun it is, what a challenge it is, how different it is than whitetail hunting, and how much opportunity there is for bears. So I think you're going to start seeing a lot more people dedicated to the sport of bear hunting and really putting in the time and energy to put a blind out and really take it serious. We picked up the blind on Thursday and we drove to Southeast Oklahoma on Friday.
We'll mail those packages.
We had a few more Bear Hunting Magazine packages to mail too. And I was a couple hours late meeting old Paul.
Man, I'm sorry.
I thought that's okay. I thought we were going to have to put that together.
We put the stand together.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I thought that's the way it would come. And then what you said, I thought, well, maybe that was just all laid out in panels.
Yeah, no, it's the stand.
Yeah.
It's a big... We'd have to take this 18-foot trailer through a creek crossing, up a hill, and through some treacherous terrain. We decided to use Dad's truck, which set up a lot higher than mine. Getting this blind back in here would have 3 challenges. The first was this creek crossing. Pawpaw's always been a little bit of a stunt driver, and he didn't even flinch when the trailer drugged, making a screeching noise that probably scared every bear in the county off.
Think of that, bear.
The second challenge was going to be, is the trailer too wide to fit through the most narrow part of the road? Man, he barely missed that tree.
We're about to take the trailer up the bank that we built with the tractor. I hope it works.
The third test would be if the road I built last week would be wide enough and angled right to get this big trailer up it. It did. At this point, we pretty much knew we were home free, and now it was a matter of just picking out where we wanted to put this blind, assembling it, and then standing it up. So here's why I want to put this stand right here. This is the south side, and actually the southwest corner of this food plot. So when we're hunting these bears on October the 1st, 90% of the time, that time of year, the wind's going to be blowing out of the west or the southwest. So that means our wind is going to be blowing into this open food plot, and those bears, they might show up in this food plot, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to want to stay in the timber. So it's blowing our scent into this open country, and they're gonna have to come through the timber. And so if they were to try to get downwind of us, they would be getting downwind of us on the upper side of the food plot, which would be harder.
After deciding on a location, we all jumped right into work. I started building a level pad for the redneck, and Dad and the boys started clearing out the old food plot. We want this blind to serve a dual purpose for both bear hunting in the early fall and then deer hunting later in the fall. That's why we put it on the edge of the food plot and not way back in the timber. At one point, I noticed that Pawpaw and the boys had disappeared. Are we fired? It took me a minute to find
I'm over
them,
here
but I
working.
knew what they were doing.
I get off the tractor. What have you boys done? Grilling?
Yep, get over here.
What's on your hot dog there, Bear? Whoa, that's the weirdest thing I've seen all day.
It's basically like a chili dog, but without chili.
After the break, we were ready to attach the blind to the base and assemble the stand. This redneck buck palace is 6.5 feet by 6.5 feet, and it weighs 380 pounds without the stand. Hey Shep, you gonna help? We'd never done it before, and it took us about 4 hours with us taking our time to assemble it. It's go time to put this blind up. We've been building it all afternoon. I think we've got a system that's gonna work, so we'll see. Look, just run it through that.
If I'd go higher.
No way. Hey, well, that's what I need. Okay, here we go. Fellers.
Pull that tree over.
That might be going downhill a little bit, huh?
Actually, it is right there. See how much I've lifted the iPhone?
Yeah. So it's a ½ inch out of level.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we're even gonna worry about it. The city boys use Quikrete and augers. When you're in southeast Oklahoma, you have to use rocks. How's it look, boys? All right, I'm coming up. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Is this level?
Feels pretty level. For a bait site, we're looking for a few specific things. Number one is seclusion, as far away as you can be from roads, houses, any type of human activity is the number one thing I look for. Number two, a bait site needs to be where the prevailing winds blow the bait scent into the areas where you believe the bears are. So if you're right on the edge of a big block of wilderness and the prevailing winds are blowing your scent into civilization, that's no good. It needs to be the opposite. Number three, I like to be high rather than low. Now this redneck blind may cure the erratic winds of hunting low country bears. We're up on a knob here, and typically the winds are going to be more stable up high in this kind of mountain country. Number four, you got to be where the bears want to be. You could bait a bear and maybe draw him for a little ways to eat at your bait for a while, but if you're going to be drawing in older mature daylight bears during hunting season, you've got to be in a core bear area. Number five, I like to be attached to some type of long drainage. These drainages and draws are wildlife highways, and so you want to be in places where these animals want to be anyway. Number 6, be in some thick cover. Bears are an animal of the shadows. They're black. They're not designed to be out in open country. They're designed to be in the shadows. They want to be back in the timber. And so here we've got this blind on the edge of this food plot, but our bait site is going to be back in this dark timber. So those are a few things that might help you. Thanks for joining the conservation this week at the Bear Hunting Magazine Global Headquarters. Tell me where you're baiting bears and why you want to try out this Northwoods Blueberry Spray for your bear. Keep the wild places wild, because that's where the bears live. Right, Jid? Right, Jid? Come on, let's roll. Next week we'll be showing you the full bait site setup.